me, I never thought I would be affected by mental health or any type of anything to that effect. I thought, this doesn't happen to me. And when my father was diagnosed with dementia, I thought, oh, he'll be forgetful about this. He'll forget his keys here and there. That's okay. That's part of aging. And I was taken aback when I got an education of what dementia looks like, the progression of the disease, and watching how rapidly my father declined, where he became aggressive. He became isolated, paranoid, and it scared me and my family. We didn't know what is this? My family and I decided that we could no longer take care of him, and it was the hardest decision that we've ever made. When we took him to the hospital and I became a consumer, I learned I had a social worker there who was very supportive, helped me navigate the system, and personalized my father's care. And she told me that your father's still the same man. He's just going through a transition. And looking at it from that lens, I decided that this is what I want to do. I want to work in this area of social work.
The impact of Alzheimer's on our family was huge. When my husband was in early and middle, and probably even in the start of the late stages, I would take him to everything I went. And everybody understood that he had this disease, and it's interesting because everybody watched him progress through this disease. What was good was when he was finally diagnosed, we knew why his behavior had become erratic, the judgment poor. And we're a very strong family with strong family ties. And we knew once the disease, Alzheimer's, was diagnosed, that we would have to give even more support to each other and to him as he progressed through the disease.
My father took care of me, and now I'm bathing him. It just didn't make sense to me. He'll never be my dad again. That misconception that I had. Well, the reality is he's still my father. I speak about him in present tense, even though he's passed, but the biggest challenge is accepting and being present that they're still that same individual. He's still the same man who raised me, even though our roles are different. That's what motivates me to this day is I really personalize the care of each individual we have. I don't see them as patients. When I meet with the families, I ask them to bring me a photograph, their favorite photograph of the individual. And I keep them in my office, and I get to know the story behind the individual. I like to know their interests, their hobbies, and personalizing the care I find is very beneficial. The families are very appreciative of that because we have 22 individuals, not 22 patients.
Most studies indicate that about 1 in 5 of us will be directly impacted by mental illness over the course of our lifetimes. We'll undoubtedly have family, friends, neighbors who struggle with mental illness or addiction themselves. We need to have adequate services to treat people in a hospital setting with acute and severe mental illness who otherwise can't be treated safely or effectively in the community.
So what I'm hoping for is, with this center being built, to be able to provide all of the care under one roof for everyone who is present to think about how would they want to have their loved ones treated in the same way that they would like to treat them at home. Can we try and replicate that? That's what the aim is.
I think a benefit of the new unit is going to be the space, the new rooms, nice colors on the wall, bright, and the access to the outside is a huge asset. The residents love going outside and like gardening or watering plants like they would at home.
There is a tsunami of baby boomers coming through, and there will be a number of these folks that will have dementias, Alzheimer's, mental health challenges, and the facilities need to be there for them. I'm not sure that the government is ready for that. I think they have been told by the social workers in the facilities, by the nurses, probably even the doctors, that this is coming. but I'm not sure they're ready for it. So any donation that can be made to the development of these facilities, I think, is most important.
Mental health affects every single person. Everyone is affected. And I don't mean that just negatively, but in terms of access and resources. And I think now there's this push towards awareness that I'm excited about. I see the future of mental health care in this province. I see a lot of great things happening. You will be affected, and giving now will ensure that the services are there when you need it.